Hey, hi. How are you?
I'm doing great. How are you?
Not bad. Also good.
So, this is the GWF, German Wrestling Federation World Heavyweight Championship. That means I am the GWF World Heavyweight Champion. So, and today I defend this title against the person I have defeated before, and he held the belt like over 800 days before. So he's the longest reigning champion. I'm the new champion with the new belt. So, and isn't that nice? Nice and shiny. Looks golden right there. Pretty heavy though.
Yes, it's better than. Is we have.
Anyway.
Something, this was for real or it was fake?
You tell me. So
don't know.
I get out of dodge, somebody's fighting. And if it's not me, so you know what I mean. So oh yeah, he was probably one of the first guys. True. Yeah.
And what you can say about your opponent, because you fight with him 2 times?
I fought with him 2 times. Once in a wrestling match, and the second time was in a ladder match. So, and I can say about my opponent a lot of words, but also respectfully, he's there for years. He's there for decades. He's one of the top guys in Germany, and you know, rightfully, he was the heavyweight champion of GWF. Rightfully, he is the longest reigning, or he was the longest reigning heavyweight champion GWF. So, but respect aside, like it's a match where I have to defend the title, and also it's a match where I have to prove that I'm the worthy champion. So today will be the 3rd match between us, the 2nd wrestling match between us, but this time on the big stage. You know, so not saying GWF is not a big stage, but you know, look at this production. Look at Primetime Wrestling right now. It's probably the biggest stage in Europe. And for me personally, it's an honor to defend the title here, but also I'm aware of that today I have to bring everything. I have to get into a fight today just to, you know, go home still champion, just to leave that show and just, you know, just to win that match, win that battle today. Because I know Bad Bones will bring it all today, so I have to bring more.
Okay.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, I have beaten him twice, but the second time was in a ladder match. And a ladder match is pretty tough, for sure. And my body was bruised, and I was really like damaged after that because I took a lot of stuff. I took a lot of damage. He as well, but it was very hard, a hard-fought victory. But I'm a pro wrestler. I'm not keen on you know, just doing some stipulation matches because I like wrestling. And I've beaten him once in a clean wrestling match, so let's not count the ladder match with that. Let's just have the official wrestling rematch today here at Primetime Wrestling. For sure. No disrespect to the guys who prefer that, but I don't like it. Because my art is professional wrestling, my art is technical wrestling, even like strike and everything, strong style. So I love this business so much, and I love professional wrestling, and I want to portray me as a professional wrestler, me as an artist of professional wrestling. I want to portray the picture in the best, beautiful, and most spectacular way possible. You talk about Primetime Wrestling?
Yes.
From Europe, yes, because the first show, it started with the boom. Of course, nothing is perfect right from the get-go, and I think a lot of like talents had to improve, but we will see it today for sure. Everybody's training hard, and you know, you have some of the best names worldwide on this card. You had it before, and of course, a lot of people were talking about. I wasn't sure if anybody from the States is talking about, but I'm sure they are because you had guys like Chris Masters and Nick Aldis on here. So, and also today you have some more international superstars who've been successful all over the world. So a lot of people will talk more about Primetime Wrestling, but I'm sure Primetime Wrestling will have a big future. And I'm sure today the show will prove it again that Primetime Wrestling is here to stay and just, will continue just to give the people a great entertaining show of professional wrestling. I mean, wrestling fans in general are great. People come to a show and pay their hard-earned money just to get entertained and support the superstars in the ring, just, risking their lives just to entertain them. And they come to the show and they buy some merchandise and want to take photos and want to get autographs, which is awesome because without wrestling fans, wrestling worldwide would not be possible. And we have seen in a pandemic a lot of empty arena matches, a lot of empty arena shows, a lot of companies couldn't perform because they would not have the income by, selling tickets to the audience. So it sucked, but now it's back. But in general, there's always a difference between different countries, like, nationalities, traditions, and, culture. So Polish people are more party people, I believe. They're they come out of their, let's say they're the normal life, and they go to a party, they go to a show, they go into the club, and they celebrate. They have fun. Germans as well, English people as well, but always different. I feel like German people sometimes are a little bit too strict, but at a certain time they let the dogs out, if you know what I mean. And American people want to be entertained, and English people want to have fun. It's like in a football stadium, and I think the perfect mix would be wrestling fans, or just fans or people in Poland, because they're kind of German, but also they want to have more fun, and just they are a great audience and very respectful. So I really like to be here one more time.
So it's good balance, yes?
Oh yeah, it's good balance. It's always fun to be here.
And what you can say about the wrestling now in Germany, and for example 20 years ago?
In Germany, the wrestling, I believe it has to step up more like it did before. So after I came from America back to Germany, and my goal was to conquer the German market again, just to become champion. I'm a champion right now, but also I'm basically a two-time champion. But the other belt is not here with me because today it's about that belt. So, but I can say that the German market is still growing, and we have a lot of talents. But a lot of talents are, they do not get the extra push. They are not really willing. I'm not speaking about everybody. A lot of people are not really willing just to get the extra work in, just to care a little bit more, just to sacrifice more, maybe free time, maybe money, whatever, just to become better. And it's easy to talk from my perspective because I had the luxury, I had a comfortable life, and got trained by the best, in the world in the Performance Center in Orlando, Florida. But I feel like everybody needs to realize that this is, everybody has just one life, and everybody who wants to become a professional wrestler full time who needs to put the extra work in. And I feel back in the days, 20 years ago, it was more that kind of finding a place, finding a market, because even more years ago, 30 or 40 years, you had the big tournaments, you had the bigger market for that. And then it crashed, and then it came out of nowhere or something. And then I remember 10 years ago, we as WXW start touring again through Germany, and just having more shows, gathering more people, and just in the end, the last. So 16 Karat Gold tournament is the biggest tournament in Europe. The last time 16 Karat Gold was live, it was 2020, and they had over 1,000 people each day. It's 3 days each day in the venue. Then the pandemic hit, and now we have again 16 Karat, but of course with less people, but it peaked. And now with the pandemic, it's kind of back somehow in the Neverland, in nowhere. And a lot of people are hungry, a lot of young talents, and there's a bunch of them. But I would say critically, and I would like to get proven wrong by you guys, the majority is, does not have what it takes to, become a full-time professional wrestler. Or let's say become a professional wrestling superstar, which is kind of like, a little bit above the, hey, let me be professional, but it's a hobby. I mean, it's not a hobby for me. It's my income. It's my love for life, and it's my passion. And I'm fortunate enough to make a living from that because I'm the guy who wants to, wants to become a champion. So for me, going back to WWE and NXT, I wouldn't mind if the offer is okay and if we could agree to something. If it comes to that, I don't know. I'm probably not so sure about that. But there's some other places right now. You have a lot of different places. You have places they offer you a contract. You have places you can work simply on a show base, get paid per show. So there's a lot of different scenarios right now, and I see myself in a lot of them for sure. My goal is right now for this year just to get a little bit my name and my face out in Europe, especially in England. Also travel different countries. Coming back to Poland as well. I just wrestled a couple times in Hungary, and of course just still be the top guy in Germany. And then the next day we'll see. Maybe I try to reach out and just find a place to work in Japan. Maybe I would love to go back to work in the States. Of course, I would love to get a contract back just to be on this monthly or weekly schedule. So, but who knows? I believe in, sometimes things need to happen because there's a reason for it. And if things not happen, there's also a reason for it. So, depending what the future brings to me, I will stay focused. I will constantly work to become a better myself, and also want to, be one of the most successful wrestlers in the world. So, and there's a long way for me to go there because there are a lot of guys above me. But I love to work myself up there. I love to kind of chase them. I like that race of competition, and I want to compete all over the world against the best of the best. Yes. So, my advice to younger people is definitely that they need to work hard. They need to train hard. They need to focus themselves as best as possible and always give 100%. If you kind of have doubts, just check with your inner self. Nobody should doubt you for what you believe in yourself. You should always believe in yourself. But if you doubt yourself with that, just maybe it's not the best sport for you, because it's a hard sport. And yes, it's entertainment, but also it's 100% real when you get into the ring. Even before you get into the ring, you have to get to a professional training school. You have to get in there. You have to learn the way of the business is going. You have to learn the way you perform into a ring. You have to train hard for that. It's the same way with MMA. It's the same way with boxing, with football, with every kind of sport. So. And then also, you have to be passionate about it. If you do not like wrestling, you should probably not become a wrestler. If you really like wrestling, you should try it out. But also be smart about it. Find a professional wrestling school. Go there. Just find yourself somebody who is a professional who is willing to train you. And a lot of time, you have to realize there's a lot of sacrifice to make. You have to sacrifice time, probably money, sometimes friends. I miss so many birthdays from my friends and my family. You know what? It's okay, because if your friends are your real friends, and of course your family stands behind you, they will know. They will support you with that. So it's a hard way, but it's such a sweet, rewarding moment when finally hard work pays off. So.
Okay. So good luck in your match. Good luck with your dreams, and good luck in future.
Okay, thank you very much. See you next time.